I guess we could dive into this a little bit further. Now that you've kind of, I'll say figuratively, you've kind of like broken a dam here. You've like really busted the shit open and just like, let the water flow forth. What does this mean? Oh, just in terms of like representing yourself in this way and kind of like, drawing these lines in terms of like what you're comfortable with saying and what you want to represent in your music and what you're not shy about saying, that's the kind of levee that's broken here in my view. Now that you've broken that, what does that mean for you from here on out when you're making a new song, a new music video, something? Are we reaching a point where a video or a song like this for you is a new normal, or are you going to continue just kind of like pushing boundaries and, find yourself in places? Well, sometimes I'll be driven by this because this is a part of me, and sometimes I'll just write songs about other stuff too.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, like all of my music, especially in videos now going forward, it's going to relate in some way to my life or a situation surrounding my life. Like, this song is obviously like about a guy, but this video is like, okay, I'm in the garden of, I don't fucking know, and hell. uh, but it's like, I always want to try something new or like try to start a conversation in some way or do something fun sometimes. It's like, it depends on what I'm feeling at that moment. Like, I'm not coming out here like, okay, I am the leader of the revolution. Like, no, it's like, this is what I just did. I'm going to do something different this next time, or maybe I'll do something similar. I mean, that's just how my career has been thus far.
No, I think that's a really
Yeah.
important thing to make clear. You're not like trying to turn yourself into the leader of a movement here. Like, let's make it clear that maybe ultimately at the end of the day, like you wanted to make a point with this, but this was very much about you and how you felt and getting your experience out there.
This is definitely about me, but I will say I am definitely a voice for that young generation of LGBT uh, growing up. I am definitely going to be like that face for a lot of them who will make them feel comfortable. I guess that I didn't feel I had as much growing up. And hopefully there's less like people growing up wanting to like die and hating themselves or whatever. I'm sure this will help in some way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to, I guess, normalize it in a way. I mean, going forward, I guess it's, I just want to, just as a reaction to that, I guess I would say, sort of being a voice to that also means sort of like having a responsibility to that community as well. And I guess going forward, like, I guess being as conscious as you can be to make sure that, you're saying things and doing things. And I guess that sort of serves to help that community and sort of better it. I guess, does that put pressure on you personally to, as you were sort of saying earlier, act in certain ways because you may be afraid of how you may make other people look on account of your actions?
I will say this. Yeah, I definitely see myself as that voice. I definitely see myself as sort of a role model, but I'm still 100% like a 21-year-old kid who's just now learning about the music industry and still learning. So I'm definitely going to still like fuck up. I'm definitely still going to make mistakes. I'm still going to say things. And, I still 100%, I speak for me first. I speak for Montero first. Everything else comes second. Yeah. And so, I mean, I don't want there to be any like super expectations on how I'm going to like be a voice. Cause, I still like don't know a lot of the queer icons or whatever, or like know a lot of queer history or anything. So a lot of this is brand new to me. I need learning room. I need room to grow. Yeah, I'm still just pretty much fucking throwing whatever I can in my career right
Okay.
now. Doing the best I can each time.
Well,
Yeah.
considering that, talk to me about, I know you flirted with this idea on Twitter, but like, are you actually planning a rollout of remixes for this track?
No, I was talking shit. I probably a remix of the
I mean,
song.
you did kind of revolutionize things in that way. I mean,
Isn't that crazy how many remixes there are nowadays?
yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy how much that's happened. Thank you very much for watching this interview clip over on TND Streams. To see the full interview, click on the video link next to my head or down below, or hit up the link to subscribe to the channel or see our Patreon page to support what we do and get some extra bonus monthly content in the process. Anthony Fantano, forever.